Welcome back to Johnny Reads. Today I'm going to talk to you about my latest read from my frantic finish to my 2016 read challenge. I'm just going to get right into it. The book that I read was, for the requirement, it was read a book that's written by a celebrity. And so the book that I chose was Unstoppable by Bill Nye. Now let me just give you a little tiny brief snippet of what the book's about. It's all about climate change. It's about what we can do and what we need to do and the options that we have to combat climate change, to make sure that we leave the planet better than when we got here. The very first thing that you notice when you're reading this book, it's written for everyone. And that's the first thing you notice. He talks about all these different things that we can do to make sure that we don't suffer, that our way of life isn't negatively affected because of constant carbon emissions, fossil fuels. To me, someone who's not super scientifically inclined, in a way that he explains it so easily and so perfectly. It's not to a point where he's dumbing everything down. He's just giving it to you straight. Like, there was no point in this book where I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. And he talks about so many different things. It's just one of those things where you read this and you're like, wow, there's so much that I didn't know. He's not writing this as if he's smarter than you. He's not writing this as if he has all the answers to every problem we face. He's actually writing this knowing that he doesn't have all the answers. He's pretty much just giving you information. There are plenty of times in the book where he's like, I have reservations about this, but that doesn't mean it can't work in the short term. For instance, natural gas. It's enlightening, honestly, to have someone with such a platform, to have someone who is highly intelligent write this and write it in a way where anybody can understand. The third thing that I want to talk about is his optimism. It's so easy for people in the United States or around the world to be pessimistic, to be negative, and to say, you know what, we don't want to deal with climate change because it's too late, or it's too hard to deal with, or it's too difficult. We have a major political party in the United States, the GOP, that still denies climate change. Think about that. His optimism in this book, it's almost overwhelming. At no point in this book is he just throwing up his arms and saying, you know what, I give up. I'm going to be dead before a lot of this stuff happens, so I don't have to worry about it. He's confident that no matter where you live, no matter who you vote for, no matter what you believe in, we're going to get it right. That's throughout the book. He can be talking about solar energy, wind energy, nuclear energy, just all these different things. But throughout the entire book, he's so optimistic. Like I said, he could just throw up his hand and say, look, it's too hard. I'm only one person. I can't do it alone. But he doesn't do that. And those are the kind of people that we need. And the fourth thing that I want to mention, the best part is that like a third of the book, he's telling you about how he's already doing some of these things at home. He has solar panels on his house. He has a solar powered water heater. Just go on and on. The best thing is that he has neighbors who are doing the exact same things, who are just trying to do their part. Reading this book was enlightening. It really was. This is a book that everyone should read. It doesn't matter what your political affiliations are. It doesn't matter if you're religious or not. It doesn't matter if you're in the upper middle class or just trying to get into the bottom of the middle class. This book is so important, and it's so important to all of us. And I actually want to read to you spoiler alert, it's going to be the very end of the book, the last page. It's not going to be the whole page, but a little part of it. It says, the young people, the innovators, the entrepreneurs, the engineers, and the just plain hard workers are among us. Together we will accept the challenge of creating clean energy and providing clean water to everyone on Earth. The next great generation can and will change the world for all of us together. That sums up the entire book. It sums up the entire book right there. And it's just a beautiful thing to see. My only hope is that the leaders, at least of the United States, because I think the leaders of most of the world are already on board, but the leaders of the United States need to come together and say, look, we might not agree on Social Security, we might not agree on campaign finance, but we have to agree that climate change is happening and that we are contributing. We must take action now. That's my only hope. This is the best book that I've ever read, and previously there was only one book that I would recommend to everybody. This is now that book, Unstoppable by Bill Nye. Harnessing science to change the world. Let me know in the comments if you read it. Let me know what you think. And honestly, tell me what you're doing to curb climate change or to save resources or whatever it is that you're doing at home. I want to know about it. So leave me a comment. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time.